Alright, in this video, first I want to just run it and show you what you want to get working by the end of this phase here. So let's run it and see what happens. Got my enemies in a block. Every time they get to the edge, they come down a unit. At least on mine, it's a half a unit. And then they kill the ship when they hit the ship. If I run it again, but this time I'm actually shooting, I can clear these guys just by shooting all of the enemies. I can clear the screen. Now notice the block, the enemy block here, it was still going back and forth. That's what I wanted to point out, that what you're going to be doing is creating an enemy block. Well, it's just a game object. I did a right mouse click up here and I did a create empty, and then I named it enemy block. And then I dragged the enemy ship as a child. I dragged it onto it so that it's a sub component. It's a child of. And then I clicked on my enemy ship and I deleted. I click on this little guy, sprocket, and I removed the component for the enemy controller script, because I wanted the enemy controller script on the enemy block. And that's what I did. I put it right here. So then you can start just duplicating these guys and get them in position as you want them. Make yourself a grid. And then what you need to do is go in and modify the enemy controller script. I'm not going to show you mine. I want you to work on that and get that working. So you double click, open that up, and you're going to have to modify, because now that they're wider, they're going to go off the screen if you leave the same enemy script that we had on just an individual enemy. So you'll have to modify the X range value. And then, alright, I just paused the video there for a second, and now I'm back. What I did was I went to my script and I deleted some code, because I want you guys to try to figure this out before I show you what you need to do. So when you go to your enemy controller, when we had the individual ship, it was going back and forth. Now we need to get some code on this block so that when it touches the edge, it comes down. And so here's the code that I showed you in the last video. It's the enemy controller code, where we have if the position is on the left side of the screen, touches the left side of the screen, then we reverse the speed, multiply it by -1, and if it touches the right side, it multiplies by -1. But now you need to add a line of code right here and right here that moves it in the Z position, because the Z position is this way, and it decreases it by a little bit. I did mine by 0.5. It depends on how large your stage, how large, if your scale, I'm not sure what your scale is, but you'll just have to play with it and try different numbers. I did mine is Z minus 0.5, and that's what you saw running earlier. So where did you get the code? Where did I get the code to figure out how to move this? Well, I went and opened up, and you guys can go open up the player controller from Prototype 2. Open up your original player controller. Let's see, I'll just open it up with Notepad. And here's the code that says if it touches the edge of the screen, or if it goes past, a little bit past, that's why less than the left side of the screen, reposition it back in the X direction, back to where that is, the edge of the screen, the border. And so basically this is saying place X, Y, and Z. So just keep these the same. Wherever Y was, put it back. Wherever Z was, put it there. But then X, put it back to this. So every time it gets to the edge of the screen, it looks like it kind of glitches a little, because as soon as it tries to go off just a bit, then it puts it right back to the edge. So all you have to do is take that code, use that code right there, and then you're just modifying this And remember, which way do we want it to move? We want it to move in the Z, so this is the one that you need to decrease. And try to figure that out, but this is the code that you're using. You're going to take that code and put it right here and right here. And then you just need to modify it to get it to move in the right direction. All right, that's it for this one.